How many times have you looked at your full closet and felt that you had nothing to wear? Or worse, bought that piece that seemed perfect in the store, but after bringing it home, realized it didn't match anything you already had? Yes, it's Carol here, and today we're going to unveil 5 cardinal mistakes that might be sabotaging your clothing purchases, causing you to waste your money and miss out on shining with your true style. Every piece of clothing you buy is not just a financial investment. It's a promise to feel powerful, stylish, and above all, authentic. It turns out that, without realizing it, you might be making crucial mistakes that turn this promise into frustration. Are you curious to find out how to avoid these fashion pitfalls and make choices that truly value your individuality and femininity? And speaking of valuing, don't forget to appreciate our meeting here. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell so you don't miss any of our valuable insights, and leave your like. This helps to spread this message to more people who, just like you, want to elevate their elegance to another level. Now, get ready for a revealing journey that will change the way you see your wardrobe and your future fashion choices. Let's go. Discover together these 5 mistakes and how to turn them into flawless successes. 1. Buying clothes that don't fit your body type. How often has the enchanting image of an influencer or a mannequin displaying a perfect look in a storefront led us to an impulsive purchase? This looked stunning on her, so surely it will look amazing on me too. How many of us have thought this, only to face disappointment when trying on the garment at home, away from the strategically placed lights and magical mirrors of fitting rooms? Does this scenario sound familiar? If yes, you're not alone. This is a classic mistake many of us make. Buying clothing without considering our own body type, drawn in by the illusion that if it looks good on another body, it will look good on ours. The reality is that every body is unique, and what flatters one may not flatter another in the same way. Blindly believing that a piece that looked wonderful on a mannequin or a model will fit us perfectly is to ignore our individuality. And this is where the importance of knowing your own body and understanding what truly flatters you comes in. So, what's the first step to avoiding this pitfall? Simple. Know your body. Be aware of which cuts, fabrics, and styles highlight the best of your figure. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by a look you saw on a mannequin or in a photo, but before making that impulse purchase, stop and think if that piece really matches your personal style and, more importantly, if it will flatter your body type. And here's a golden tip. Always try before you buy. If possible, bring a friend with you when shopping. Ask her to take a photo of you wearing the piece outside the fitting room environment. This can give you a more realistic perspective of how the clothing truly looks on you, away from the illusion created by the lights and mirrors of stores. This simple action can save you from dashed expectations and another piece forgotten in the closet. Remember, fashion should make us feel good and confident, not frustrated. By making mindful purchases, taking into account our body and lifestyle, we are saving money and building a wardrobe that truly reflects who we are. So the next time you're tempted to take home that perfect look from the mannequin, pause and reflect. Is this really for me? 2. Buying clothes that aren't your size. How often does the promise of a future where we see ourselves slimmer, more toned, lead us to buy clothes that don't fit in the present? When I lose those few pounds, I'll shine in this piece. Sound familiar? Well, this is one of the biggest mistakes when updating your wardrobe, and I, Carol, confess, I've fallen for this trap more times than I'd like to admit. Let's be realistic. Buying smaller clothes as an incentive to lose weight or purchasing that amazing pair of shoes that squeezes your toes because it was the last pair available in the store are pitfalls that make us waste not just money, but also the opportunity to feel good now. Yes, now, because fashion isn't about fitting into a future standard, but about feeling incredible in the present, exactly as you are. Think about it with me. Every piece acquired should be an act of self-love, a celebration of your current body. It's not fair to yourself to postpone this feeling waiting for a future version of yourself. And make no mistake, that feeling of regret after a purchase, especially if it was impulsive during a sale, is a clear sign that something isn't right. So here's our pact. Let's stop buying clothes that don't fit us today. Remember, every purchase should be an affirmation of who you are now, not who you hope to be. And believe me, the respect for yourself and your well-being will be worth much more than any piece of clothing waiting patiently in the wardrobe for the day it finally fits. Your money, the result of hard work, deserves to be invested in pieces that bring immediate joy and confidence. Don't buy thinking of the body you will have. Buy for the body you have. 3. Buying clothes for a non-existent occasion. How many of us have been seduced by the idea of a perfect piece of clothing for a special occasion that, well, isn't even on the calendar? This would be perfect for a fancy event. An event that, in reality, doesn't have a set date to occur. This is one of those classic mistakes that leads us to accumulate pieces that, though beautiful, simply don't fit into our everyday lives. The truth is that each purchase should resonate with our lifestyle. Ask yourself, where am I going to wear this? If your routine is more casual and you spend your days in a laid-back manner, what's the point of investing in a high-end dress shirt that, in the end, will just take up space in your closet? Or dreaming about a sophisticated blazer when the occasions to wear it are practically non-existent in your life? Now, let me tell you a personal story. Where I live, the climate is predominantly warm, rarely dipping to a friendly 75 Fahrenheit. Despite this, I've always dreamed of owning a stylish pair of boots, the kind you see in fashion magazines and immediately fall in love with. In my region, boots are somewhat out of the ordinary. But guess what? I decided to create my own fashion and bought the boots. I started wearing them regardless of the curious looks or comments. That's how I made fashion work for me, not against me. This is the power of making your own fashion rules. Yes, get inspired by trends, admire those iconic pieces, but at the end of the day, acquire clothes that you will actually wear that make sense for your current life. Don't buy a dress thinking about your daughter's 8th birthday party when she has just been born. Trends change, your style evolves, and who knows how you'll feel about that piece a few years from now. So make a pact with me. Let's invest in pieces that not only enchant us, but also fit into our reality. Create your fashion, live your style, and above all, make conscious choices that celebrate who you are today. 4. Buying pieces that don't match what you already have. Have you ever experienced that moment of euphoria when you find an amazing piece in the store, bring it home, and then wonder, what am I going to wear this with? This is one of the most common slip-ups in the fashion shopping universe. And I, Carol, am here to tell you that there is a smart way to avoid falling into this situation. Before adding another piece to your collection, it's crucial to take a good look at what already exists in your wardrobe. That's right, a kind of pre-purchase consultation with your own collection. It seems simple, but how many times have we been carried away by love at first sight for a blouse or accessory without considering how it will integrate with what we already have? The golden tip here is, each new acquisition should be able to match with at least 3 different looks you already own. This not only ensures that you'll make the most of each piece, but also helps to maintain a cohesive, versatile wardrobe, and, of course, much more sustainable. But Carol, what if I don't know how to make these combinations? No problem. The digital world is here to help us. A quick search on Pinterest can open up a range of inspirations and ideas on how to combine pieces in ways you might not have imagined. And, of course, continuing here with me on this channel is another way to ensure you'll receive valuable tips to refine your style and make your combinations impeccable. So before you go out there adding another piece to your collection, do an exercise. Visualize your wardrobe and think if you can create at least 3 different looks with the new piece. If the answer is yes, you're on the right track to making a smart and stylish purchase. Don't forget, the goal is to build a wardrobe that works in your favor, enhancing your beauty and personal style, without any lost or forgotten pieces. 5. Buying identical pieces to those we already have in our wardrobe. The 5th classic mistake many of us make without even realizing: buying pieces identical to those we already have in our wardrobe. It seems incredible, but it's the absolute truth. When we find a style that we like, it's natural to gravitate around it, especially when we know it works with our body and with other pieces we already own. But here's the warning. This could be keeping you stuck in a stylistic comfort zone, limiting your possibilities to explore new horizons in fashion. Let's think together. How many times have you found yourself looking at a piece in the store and thinking, this is so me, only to get home and discover you already own something very similar? This happens because we tend to cling to what is familiar and safe. However, this habit not only leads to repetitive and unnecessary purchases, but also prevents our style from evolving and diversifying. The solution to this cycle? Challenge yourself to break away from the monotony. Before making a new purchase, undertake an exercise of creativity and self-discovery. Look at your wardrobe with the eyes of an explorer, searching for pieces that may have been forgotten or underutilized. Consider unusual combinations, try colors and textures outside your usual pattern. And who knows, on your next shopping trip, instead of opting for the safe choice, allow yourself to try something new, something you might never have considered before. Here's a tip. If you have a blouse or a type of piece that you already know you love and use a lot, try hiding it at the back of your closet for a while. This will force you to look more closely at other pieces and, possibly, to discover new favorites that were hidden in plain sight. Remember, fashion is a form of expression and should be fun, a field for experimentation and discovery. By allowing yourself to explore beyond what you already know, you not only enrich your personal style, but also transform the act of dressing into a daily adventure. So the next time you find yourself gravitating towards that familiar piece in the store, take a pause and ask yourself, do I really need this, or am I just repeating patterns? Make room for novelty and watch your style bloom in ways you never imagined. I have a question for you. Which of these mistakes have you made and are ready to leave behind? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to learn a bit more about your style journey and how you plan to reinvent it. If you found these tips valuable, I have something special for you. Are you familiar with the video, Learn the 10 Steps to Always Look Put Together? Tips for women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s on our channel? It's a true treasure for those looking to elevate their elegance and refine their personal style even further. Be sure to watch it right after this one. I promise it's the perfect complement to what we explored today. And for those of you passionate about skincare like me, I have a surprise. In the first pinned comment, you'll find a link to my favorite skincare products. These are the gems that ensure my skin is always radiant, ready to complement any look with that natural glow we all love. A reminder, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell so you don't miss any of our valuable insights, and leave your like. Your interaction is what inspires the creation of content that transforms, educates, and, above all, empowers. Now I ask you, what else would you like to explore in our journey through fashion, elegance, and personal development? Your curiosity is the compass that guides this channel, so don't hesitate to tell us what you want to see next. This is Lucrative Elegance, where each video is one more step in your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. I'm looking forward to continuing this journey together. See you in the next video.